Yeah,
fuck.
hell yeah.
Oh, no.
Everything's a fucking mess.
Oh
Is that the
no.
coronavirus?
Yeah. Yo, anyone want to post something like the Discord? I forgot to post on the Discord before I went live.
You fucking
I just can't get over it. I mean,
Is that the coronavirus?
Oh
no,
dear lord.
What?
Wait, hold on.
Huh?
I'm sorry.
You're like,
Yo,
what?
teacher, VP.
What is that?
I just can't get over it because the
Oh.
video is way worse.
Oh my god. I'm paralyzed from the neck down and can no longer move it.
Move it.
Hold on.
The video is worse. Look,
What's hilarious is this is actually how the podcast is starting.
look at it.
Alright, what have you done now?
Oh no.
Yeah.
Video.
Oh my god.
No.
Oh no, I'm done. Well
No,
then.
don't even read it. No.
Yeah, but this is the comment underneath the video.
Okay, I think it's time to have a deep, dark look at our lives and realize
look at it.
what terrible mistakes we've done. Liz, I think you need to take an exceptionally deep, dark look at yourself.
What picture, huh?
This one will.
Yeah, it's kind of
Mark out
funny when
us
you
in
think
a
about it.
fucking
It is
car
actually
accident.
it's actually really
Paralyzed
funny. I'm
from
not
the
gonna lie.
neck down and can't move it.
I'm not gonna lie. It's actually hilarious as fuck.
Just a constant stream of cancer.
Is that what we're doing now? Meme reviews now?
Yeah.
Is this it?
Is this the meme episode now?
I guess
No.
I love how Liz instantly like
she comes back. She just
professional
snaps
mode.
back into reality.
Professional mode. Like she's like, "Fuck you, memes."
I
Fuck
got
no.
ice cream. It's calm down time.
Oh my god, I love it. She's like, no, it's calm down time now.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Alright, boys. How's everyone's week?
we've already started the stream. What's up, everyone? My name is Alchem, and I'm. Did she just deep throat her fucking ice cream? Liz!
Shut up! No, shut up!
Oh my god,
Continue.
I fucking called it. As I was saying, what is up, everyone? My name is Alchem, and I'm currently a host for this week's stream / podcast of the No Consequences cast. As usual, I'm joined by my friends Wiz, Cloudy, and Liz. All of you guys say something. Say hi.
Yeah, what's up? Wasabi.
Blue booble.
You stop fucking saying that. Can you just fucking stop? I swear to fucking. It's so stupid.
Yo, every time I get a follow, you get a poo boo. I'm just gonna poo boo on you. Wait, can I call my little icon a poo boo now?
Yeah.
You call it poo boo? It's poo boo.
No, I will make a separate one for Blue booble.
Poo boo Kim. Okay.
Blue booble.
It's even worse. It's even Plap Blap. We need a Plap Blap. Yes. Plap Blap Blap.
Please,
Getting
no.
worse.
No,
Yes.
you are Blue booble.
It's
No,
getting so
you're
much worse.
Ploob. I'm Ooble. Cloudy's Plap. Wiz is Plap.
What the fuck? Okay, I'm just like allowing. I should really just. Anyways, getting back on subject here. Welcome to the No Consequences podcast. Hopefully everyone has had a great week / Monday. I guess I'll start. All I was doing was just fucking around and playing games. I ran around and did some errands and shit and killed my mood, but then I got to play games with everyone and I feel I'm good. How is everyone else doing?
I'm doing alright.
I don't think I told the podcast, but I got diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis last week.
Yes.
I'm taking medication though.
Yes, I forgot about
He's
that.
actually an old person.
Shut the fuck up.
Wow.
Just actually
Ow.
just says it out like that.
You know.
Damn.
Just got the arthritis. Rheumatoid arthritis.
Just got the arthritis, I mean.
Diet arthritis.
Oh my god, I'm just. These are my friends. I got nothing. But yes, today's topics that we're gonna be talking about in the podcast are as follow. Oh crap! I forgot to actually read it. It's gonna be, well, the title of our of our podcast today is
Please ignore the pictures of me.
for those in the podcast. I'm going over on the Discord channel and I'm going over everything, and you can see a bunch of stuff Liz posted. Today's podcast topic, the title of this episode is Eyyyy Wasabi. And the topics we'll be talking about is me and Wiz will be going over, and Cloudy as well. We'll jumping in. Well, actually, all of us, if we want to, just jump in freeform on this. Is titled "The Hive Goes Deep." We'll go into detail on that one later. Then Cloudy with Plap Blap. Cloudy will go into detail about what that one is here.
What is that? What
This
does
is-
it
What the
mean?
fuck does that mean?
I love how I'm not even giving detail about what these things are. You're just gonna go with it as we go. And
Dude, is that like?
And then-
dude,
and
is
then-
that like?
and then
What is
Liz is going to be committing atrocities. She already has by titling these
pretty
goddamn
on.
things.
What the fuck is any of this?
This is the
You said the first one. I don't even want to.
Plap Blap.
Shut the. Oh my god.
I mean,
all,
Plap Blap is kind of like this.
all I gotta say is plu
What is it? The
booble.
sound effect of a car going.
All I gotta
What?
say is plu booble.
What the fuck is a blue? What is going on?
I sent
Oh.
the picture. Were you not paying attention?
Obviously not. I
Obviously
don't
not.
actually.
I know. I seen the picture and I'm still like, what the fuck is going on?
It's obviously Paul Bart's having a fucking stroke.
Oh dear
Can you
lord.
please
Oh
stop?
my god.
And I'm just gonna use this one then, since we're like losing my mind.
Oh my god, your FPS there, buddy.
Yeah, it suddenly tanked for a second, right?
Yeah,
Because I was trying to do
felt it,
multiple
dude.
things. Yep.
Oh, I fucking
Anyways,
felt it.
yeah, me too. But yeah.
Finna gonna feel it.
Oh, shut the fuck up. Now,
Finna-
going into our first topic, like I said, you and me, Wiz, we're gonna, and Cloudy and Liz and
Yeah.
everyone who actually wants to take part of this.
Yeah.
The actual topic, despite its name, is you're talking about the recent events of certain VR, what do we call them at this point? Not celebrities or anything. Just they suddenly grew in popularity and kind of. What the fuck do we call them? Anyone have any?
Incels.
Well, damn. I was
damn.
not expecting that. Okay.
VR cam girls, man.
VR cam girls. Well,
Cam
cam
women,
that virtual
cam
titty.
peoples,
Cam-
cam individuals,
cam
cam themabobbers.
Personalities? I don't know.
cam personality. There we go. We'll
Cam
co-
personalities, I dig it.
virtual personalities.
There you go, that's
He
better.
says as he's literally one himself.
Yeah.
Not the irony is not lost on me, except we're talking about a certain avenue of virtual personalities, especially one that's just recently exploded. Damn, this is. I feel like I just want to just say names. It's just like it's hard to not do.
I mean,
I mean, you can say names though. It's like
that's the thing. No.
There's no consequences podcast.
Can't-
there's no
yeah.
consequence of
Yeah,
podcast.
we can say names because one, it's not even related to Twitter. So yeah,
Yeah, like
Twitter
what are you
was
talking
fine. Yeah, I was about to say, it was like, am I getting in trouble? No consequences.
about?
Any.
Dude, we're just shooting. We're just.
We're
So-
shooting the shit. We're shooting the shit.
Okay.
It's not
I
that
was
bad.
trying to dance around the top, but no, one of the recent ones is the biggest one would be shit. What is her name again? Melody.
I
No.
love how you forgot.
How the
I
fuck
don't
did you
really
forget?
watch because I don't watch this shit. I all I know is that people were talking about it. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, but
Is it
yeah.
Melody? Is it
Project
Melody?
Melody.
Project Melody.
Melody.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I was actually gonna just say Melody VR or something like that. But
Ooh,
yeah,
no.
Oh.
yeah, that's enough. But yeah, Project Melody is currently trending because she has become. What are people actually calling her the first? I don't think that's correct.
She might be the first. I
No,
don't fucking-
she is the first English speaking
The first.
virtual camera.
She is the first virtual speaking. Okay, VR cam girl, and by cam
Yeah.
girl, we're talking about like 18 plus cam girl.
She even describes it herself.
Oh, she actively calls herself the first. All right. Hey, good for her.
Because
Oh,
she was like sponsored or something. Like she came onto one of the Japanese like speaking streamers on her
Mhm.
stream.
yeah, and they're like, "Oh, you're one of the okay."
Yeah.
Huh, interesting. Now we okay. What I wanted to say about how incredible this kind of rises, despite the fact that there are tons of others who have done this. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of people who do VR personality kind of stuff, not just in the Japan culture. I mean, it's starting to. We're not editing that out. Fuck you.
By the way.
But yeah, it's become common, especially on this platform too, Twitch, where people just go on a VR avatar and just use it as their persona and who they use to speak with through everyone. Project Melody is different in that she's not on Twitch, she's on Chatterbait, and she's doing something really special and attracting a lot of certain clientele, right, Wiz?
Fucking degenerates.
There we go.
Yeah, there
Come
you go.
on, just not even look. Come on, there's
I don't
nothing
know.
wrong.
I have to be fucking presentable at this shit. Man.
We can't pussyfoot around. These are people who are like, damn, dude, I love booty, anime booty. That is. You know.
Funny thing is, I've never
I
watched.
won't
So I have
ever
no
be
idea.
able to stick my dick into something physical.
My dick.
Ah.
I'm
Jeez.
done. Oh my god! But
I like that. It really
I don't
do.
mean it as an insult. It's just a joke. I'm sorry.
why are you sorry?
Why are you
Don't be
sorry?
Don't be sorry.
Yeah.
Not being
No
sorry.
consequences.
But what was I saying? So she basically has become a growing sensation ever since. What was it at Blue Rub? Wasn't it the Twitter thing, or wasn't it like that the actual cam girls were like bitching about it?
Yeah.
Well, that part, that second part, the bitching part, and then well, obviously the meme,
Which meme?
the whole science team meme.
Are you seriously watching porn by yourself?
Yourself?
No,
Yeah.
I'm with the science
Science
team.
team.
So that's
No, I'm with the boys.
with the boys, just
The boys
Cracking
having
a-
some.
cracking a cold one with the boys watching virtual
No,
porn.
cranking a hot one with the
Oh
boys.
no! Shut the fuck
That's
up.
it. That's the
Yeah,
one.
there you go. There it is.
That's
There it
attracting
is.
a very
Cranking
nice
a
kind of
hot one.
demographic.
That's
But-
the one
Damn
we
it!
want.
I want more ice cream.
But yeah, she's leading a certain demographic now. And one of my jokingly saying, you know how there's this whole 2D versus 3D waifu? Now
Yeah.
we have new contender, virtual VR waifu.
Yeah.
We got yourself
Virtual
a VR
3D
waifu.
wife.
And
3D.
hilariously, dude, what's funny is you can do to be honest,
Anyone
dude,
can do it.
anyone can do it.
Anyone can do it.
That's the thing.
Fair.
That's the thing that makes it kind of. Hopefully, like I would like honestly, hope good luck to her. Considering that most people are gonna catch on and be like, "Oh, shit, I can do that. I can totally do that." All you have to do is just
Or
get the
people are trying to do that now.
Yeah.
Think about it.
just get yourself get yourself a program that can show your avatar off. Get yourself a nice looking avatar that appeals to the demographic you want to appeal to.
Give me
And-
them physics.
There you go. Oh yeah, get the right physics. You know where to put them, right? And just show off to everyone. Jesus fucking Christless. Why is Wiz in the? Oh god. Is that?
That's how you make the. That's how you make the big buck.
Yeah.
That's, yeah, exactly.
Well, yeah. Let's face it. I mean, I'm not gonna
What
lie.
are you laughing at?
I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty sure I found some people who actually stream doing something similar in Twitch. Can't name names, of course, but
Well, I
I've
mean,
seen
well,
people.
Like it's been like that for a long time, and,
Yeah.
and the only difference is now we have a fucking platform that, well, not even a platform, but now we have somebody going like, "Oh yeah, dude, you can totally do this," and everybody's like, "Oh yeah, dude, we could totally do it too," and then everybody
Yeah.
jumps along. The biggest issue we are dealing with, well, now I wouldn't say deal with, but we're like seeing, is like this fucking repurposing of what's ostensibly is. And remember, everything that Melody is doing is fucking VR chat. It's in VR chat. If that becomes a bit of a meme because unlike, I don't know, Kizuna Eye or any of the other like VTubers,
They're using a separate
never will.
program.
they never tell you what program they're using. We don't know what the fuck.
The thing is, so I remember hearing though that it's not VR chat anymore. She moved to a different thing because she knew she could get clapped. She knew that if
doesn't matter.
it breaks terms of service.
Doesn't matter. It started out. The assumption is already there. People already would guess. People already would have known.
So yeah, it draws people's eyes to
So
VR
it
chat.
already draws people in. It's already too late, brother. We've and not on top of that, we have other people who will follow the footsteps. And because it originated in VR chat, there's a likely chance more people are gonna do it in a VR chat, which means more degenerates are gonna come out of the woodwork.
Oh shit! Yeah, I just realized.
The implications are low, and we are I'm over like anticipating like, oh yeah, there's gonna be like a fucking explosion of degeneracy. Which, let's be honest, VR chat, not a hot take. It's a den of fucking degenerates. Well, depravity. Well, I mean, like the reason why it is that way is because remember, it's a game about self-expression, and the reality is we're dealing with a bunch of people who are either memers, who have no real like social life, so they kind of replace it or use it as an extension of their real life, which is why virtual reality kind of then becomes like, well, there's a reason why like the most popular places in VR are usually the adult-oriented stuff. Is that what adults normally would want to do? Like, what are the things adults like doing? Drinking and partying. Oh, great. What's the most popular places to be?
The pug, black cats, drinking night.
Drinking night, and then you got clubs. You got all the billion different dance clubs in VR, and that's like a whole different other like caveat or can of worms you're opening up. Like the Boy Club is like the best example of like, oh my god, what's going on over here, degenerate.
I love that. I love that I can just still, even now, like just go into the Void Club. No one's in the front, but the room is full. Where the fuck is everyone? Oh, they're in the back in the mirror room doing.
They're back in the mirror. They're back in the mirror. Even there's a mirror on the fucking goddamn. There's a mirror on the fucking
dance floor.
Like on the floor. Like I didn't even know. Like there's not even. There's like no fucking point into like. So what is the draw? Where does the line go? In this case, how deep are we going in the hive? How fucking deep does it go? Well, apparently we can't. We're gonna scratch the surface because first off, if we do go any deeper, we might get fucking clapped. First off, and second off, do we even want to go that deep? No one wants to go that deep.
I want to go that deep in another day, but that's talking about the VR chat culture, and I honestly, I would love to poke fun at the efforts of all the big boy streamers are trying to make it like, oh, it's not so bad. No, it's a positive place. It's not. No. Just shut your mouth. Except for what it is. If VR chat is a fun game, people around it in the community, and maybe not so much. But that's another topic.
Yep.
Right now, though, what we're talking about is the new rise of what is potentially virtual waifus, honestly.
Well, virtual waifus has already been a thing. Keys and I with her being like the magic, dude.
More adult themed, though. I mean, granted, you're into to US.
Yeah, because like the problem with like adult oriented like waifu like VTubers, like they're already there, and a lot of their like base has that type of like adult nature to it, depending on the game, and it's all like cute anime girls plus whatever like depravity you can put in or whatever the hell. It's just that. It's just that the big thing that really gets to me is the fact that I'm just like, wow, this is fucking happening, and like we talked about it earlier, or we said it, the fucking like those on the platform that the Melody's on, they were fucking like, oh no,
they were actually bitchy.
They were bitchy about it because this person came out of nowhere and suddenly took up a storm. And because it starts to add, you have to start asking the question: how much of this is a joke, and how much of this is legitimate? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's just a border on like this realm of like satire, but where does the satire begin or end? Because like, all right, I can't imagine Melody's how do I say this in the nicest way? Streams would go that far, but I would assume it would, but how would it work anyways? Because it's not real. And on top of that, that's missing the point of the like being a camera girl. So then you gotta ask the question, why are you just looking at cute anime girls being cute and interacting with a chat? Well, then that's no different than Twitch, except there's no filter. Which is crazy.
Yeah. I mean, Oh God, what does that mean then? What does that mean for the people who watch this on Twitch and then just watch it on Chatterbait? Is it really that's what they were seeing? Ew. We're
Wait a
delving.
minute, okay, actually,
The hive goes deep.
Yeah,
Oh my
God. Yeah, because then I'm thinking about like, wait a minute, then why would you not just be streaming on Pornhub? Why not you just stream on it anywhere? Why not take it further? How about you just, I'm pretty sure out there are like nude video game face cam streams or something weird.
It probably exists.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, that probably exists out there, you know? Like imagine somebody out there is like just nude, just playing Fortnite or something. Like I'm like, that's probably a thing.
Yeah,
like, I can see that.
Fucking 90s or something.
Buzz me for like 500 bits. I don't know.
Wait, isn't that what Chatterbait is? I thought that was kind of it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like you're playing Fortnite while you're doing it. Or something like that.
Yeah, you're playing like video games or something, and then you just
Imagine.
Hey guys, welcome to...
Yo, wait. Imagine you twist 90s and then someone donates to you.
And then all of a sudden,
oh
no!
You just pull off some fucking maneuver and then donate. Oh fuck! Oh no!
Hey guys, you play a goddamn horror. You play a fucking horror video game.
Horror game.
You just get fucking like, oh yeah, dude. Hey guys, welcome to my stream. We're playing Silent Hill 2.
Oh my god! That was so.
Wait. What do we call it? Horror plays horror. Is that that? Oh my god! Someone could have. Yo, if someone uses that, copywriting it. Calling it now. Trademarking it now. If someone
trademarking it now.
Horror plays horror.
Royalties.
Honestly, that actually seems like a smart, like a funny little play on the words for that shit. But yeah, no. The rise of the U.S. VR cam girls.
Well, like the thing is, it sets a precedence that doesn't like we don't even if that's the case, then where the fuck is the other American VTuber? Oh wait, we already have them. I think
there's already a male one. There's already a male one. Yeah, I asked around. I was like, because I was thinking about this. It's like, man, so people actually should be taking advantage of this. I was like, is there already a male one? And I've already got answers. People are like, yeah, there's a male one already. There's a guy already doing this shit. And well, fuck me. I mean, honestly, well, don't actually, but people are striking while the iron's hot, dude. I mean, like I said, I found
trend. It's a trend.
It's a trend that actually will keep getting a demographic because guess what? Eventually the people who grow up and realize, VR waifus are fun, but I'd rather have an actual, I'd rather stick my dick in something real, or so,
Yeah.
They grow up and they leave. And then comes a new generation.
Yeah.
This is actually what I'm thinking is going to happen. This is basically everyone who's like into this or really into this will eventually grow up, and this will be one of those cringy things you look back at when you grow up and you'll be like, man, I actually fucking did that shit. Holy fuck. Well, thank God I grew up.
Looked at that shit.
Yeah, thank God I grew up. But...
Nah, dude, they're gonna look back and they're like, yeah, dude, I remember when I grew up. I've grown up with Melody.
I remember growing up. I watched a virtual girl pretend like she was
virtual waifu.
Actually, the implications go even further than that. Like, what's the future generations gonna look like? It's like, yeah, dude, I remember looking at cam girls, real ones or VR ones. Come on, dude, VR, man. Who cares about these flabby 3D people, bro? That's lame.
Imagine looking back at the video. Imagine being that dude who looks back at the video. It's like, yeah, you see right there when she just fucking nutted right there. That was me. I did that.
Oh my God.
I did that. That's my donation.
That was me, bro.
That was my donation. I caused that.
I did it. I was the one.
I did it.
I was the legend.
The first girl I ever made.
Oh my! With money, you got that money.
Oh no! Oh my God! Oh, shit.
Yeah, I gave her the gamer companies.
This is that. Oh my God! You actually did. Oh my!
Think about it. Yep. That's an actual statement that can be used now.
Gamer cummies are real.
Look, your statement's being used now.
No. I'm fucking.
Gamer cummies finally.
Yeah, but look,
applicable phrase.
Oh, what the fuck?
Plap Blap.
Oh God, what happened to my? Oh no!
You look
Bruh,
like
I got that long neck.
you look like my goofy rabbit avatar when it worked or when it didn't work. But yeah, I just the implications of what's happening now. We're gonna see the rise of the VR,
I mean,
cam
technically
girls.
speaking, people were gonna make. I mean, remember the memers are gonna get onto this. A lot of people are gonna get onto this.
You want to know what's funny though? The part that makes me think, "Oh God, this is bad." There's a lot of people in the VR community, the VR personality community, that are standing behind this. Basically, anyone who watches them is gonna get the implication. Oh, this is okay. This is fine.
This is normal.
That's like what Wiz said. It will just open the door for this degeneracy. Because people think, oh, it's fine. My favorite.
I mean, technically speaking, it just further opens it at this point.
It does, and ooh, this is gonna be interesting. I mean, if it starts
2020 starting out, okay.
Well, 2020 rewind. VR wife, VR.
You know, think about it too. They're gonna probably ask to bring her on for that.
I'm with the science team.
I'm with the science team. You too, bro?
You too?
By the way, just keep in mind that's the actual name of her thing now too. She actually rolled with it. She rolled with that.
Oh no!
She's rolling with that. She's rolling with the science team meme.
That's one of the things that will actually help her stay relevant because she's a meme. She basically plays off as a meme.
Dude, she's a shit poster. So
yeah, so that'll help her. That actually, in terms of her growth and continuation, that helps because hey, memes still relevant even now. It's like it clicks with
2020 memes never die. So
yeah, true. Like the study of memes.
People like
study of memology.
Yeah. Well, no, dude. People like having good haha.
Yeah, memes are a quick haha where people can be.
Remember, it makes you haha and laugh and be happy or something. I don't know.
Actually, I'm gonna go watch some of that and just I'm gonna watch some of Excuse me, I'm gonna go chatterbait for a bit. And
just quickly opens an alt tab.
Opens alt tab. Oops! Accidentally shows on stream. Oh fuck.
Well, fuck.
Well, fuck.
It happened.
Good thing, no consequences. Right.
No consequences here, but considering that it only can get worse. I mean, remember. And like I said, the fun part about like Melody doing that and like we're like okay. So now then this means we can transition to another little piece that we were talking about a little early before the podcast is then streamers were trying to make VR chat greedy.
Do you really want to go into this, right? I mean,
this is a related topic because we got because remember we got one side who has completely and utterly was like, this is the part of this is like implied, of course, never really said or advertised that this is what VR chat is. You got the Smexies, all that TDA goodness.
I'm
whatever,
sorry, Smexies?
Your boy clubs. I don't know, bro, because it's insane. It's insane.
Yeah, and so. VR Chat is a great game, no lie. The game is fun because you get to explore worlds, you get to have fun with people, you get to be little different avatars.
Whatever.
Now, the freedom to be whatever the hell you want comes at the whole. That's where it can take a turn because you have the freedom. People have the freedom. Some people want to have the freedom to take it a little further than just a nice little friendly avatar or a nice little funny joke avatar. They want to take it to be something more, to explore not worlds, but desires. And that's where you start getting into the depravity, like Wiz says. And VR chat, it's kind of like swept under the rug. No one really tries to say it. But hey, go late at night in VR chat. Go like past 10, past 12 your time. You're gonna see like a lot of people are trying to find other. Yeah.
Well, there's like them.
You're gonna find others like those, trying to seek others' company, maybe, or quote-unquote cuddle time, or maybe something more. Hell, flat out, there are people who just want to seek out ERP. It's not even a fucking lie. Like, it's not even as subtle as me trying to kind of hint at it. They literally will just go at you and be like, "You want to go into a private room?" That's why the meme has happened with a lot of people who stream VR chat, that they stop going to publics, they stop going into like those kind of things. They only go to Friends Plus or privates. because hey, Publix have just become a den of depravity where a lot of people are just either just seeking something from other people, or hell, I mean, you always have the typical memer or the crashers, or you have the ones who basically want to get you in trouble by saying TOS shit anyway.
Yeah.
That's something that people are kind of just trying to sugarcoat or trying to hide is that, yeah, VR chat, a lot of people are trying to become really, they're just trying to get off in VR chat now.
Yep.
And there's been a latest trend with a lot of streamers trying to say, let's make VR chat great again. Let's bring in the positivity. Let's go show that Publics are fun. Publics are great again, guys. It's fun again.
Yeah, they're fun.
Hilariously, if you watch some of them, they're instantly clapped by people who are either trying to intentionally ruin the streams, or you just run into depravity within the first couple of worlds. I mean, some of them are lucky, some of them don't find anything like that, and good for them. Hopefully not all of VR chat is doomed.
They try to pass it off like, hey, look, see? Nothing happened.
Okay. So story time from you guys. What are the worlds, all of you, if you have any, what are the worlds you found shit in? Like I'm not asking for moments because, oh my god, I'm pretty sure we all have moments that we've run into. But where are the worlds you normally see?
I mean, walking in, first thing I see is literally like 6 people actually having a,
You too? Wait.
Their cuddle time.
I'm a dude. Okay. This might be a huge misconception of me, or it might just be me misunderstanding. I swear to God, when people say cuddle time, I just think you're fucking. You're just fucking. You don't know. Don't lie to me.
Every time I hear that word, it's
cuddle time. Cuddle time does not sound right, no matter what. It doesn't matter if you're trying to say it innocently.
You're literally you're basically just saying you're fucking.
Just sugarcoat. I mean, if you're saying, dude, I just want someone to keep me company as I go to sleep,
then that's fine.
Then just say that.
Whatever.
Say that, please.
You don't have to add like extra BS saying like,
I want the cuddlies. No, don't call it that, please. It sounds far worse than you could think.
Yeah, it sounds like you're just outright fucking.
It just sounds like you're calling it fucking with extra steps.
Well, that sounds like a lot of people within VR chat that are just like, we gotta cover it up because it's okay. I know this is fucked up to say, but let's be honest. When 2 fucking losers or whatever the hell are like cute anime characters and they really like anime, and you're just gonna be like, oh, I'm cute and you're cute and we're gonna snuggle real good, real nice, something's gonna happen.
You have to make the sound.
I know, he had to make the sound. He had to add the sound effect.
I gotta have my here's mama and papa just
first you cuddled, then you cuddled.
And this is the story of how I met your mother.
That ain't right.
That's VR chat. And game is great because there's awesome worlds to explore. Unfortunately, it's not the.
Unfortunately, everyone's like.
It's not the game. It's the culture, the community, whatever you want to call it.
The fuck they are now.
The mentality of the individuals who visit VR chat. Now, I'm not going to say, yeah, you shouldn't be behaving like this. No, because guess what? Sex is natural. Everyone would like to have it.
Everyone has that
it's natural
or whatever.
I'm not telling you not to go seek out others, not to go have yourself a fucking life.
Have a blast, have fun, whatever.
Just because I love saying this phrase and it's actually so goddamn accurate. Stop being fucking horny on main, guys. Just
actually, yeah, there you go.
I'm not by that I mean just
he ain't bullshitting you. Just stop being horny.
What's a best example to even oh no, you guys are gonna someone's gonna kill me for this later. Someone's probably gonna you know how you know furry culture. You know how legit some people have. If you ever go to a con that has furries in it, you literally will see the worst of them will literally just be right there doing shit in public.
In your face, yeah.
In your face, like you're just walking down a fucking hallway at a con, and you just say, "Oh, there's two fursuits just fucking each other, huh?" Yeah.
Can I do this story to add on to this?
Go for it. Wow.
Yeah. See, I was 16 at the time. First convention I ever went to. It was like an anime convention, whatever the fuck. Okay. People having sex in front of everybody in public.
Were you at?
Don't worry, the role play.
Oh
The
no!
they are serious about their role play there. That's what happened.
Oh, they were serious because you know why? It was over the fucking
they want to say
intercom.
dropping my RP card.
No. It was over the intercom. For the whole entire con to hear.
Oh.
Excuse me?
Yo, was
What?
it?
Yes.
Yo, and this is when we find out plot twist. Cloudy actually went to like one of those sex kind of cons. So.
Oh yeah. All right.
No, here's the thing. They fucking jacked the mic from somebody apparently.
Oh.
That's the reason why.
Oh.
And they forgot it was still on them. And well, just as expected.
Yo, Cloudy, can I go with you to that con? That sounds like fun.
Dude,
Hey,
it's just a
shut the
regular
fuck
anime
up.
convention. It's literally just a regular anime convention, dude. Like,
It's a joke, but yeah, that's what I mean.
yeah, that's why. Like, I have some of these kind of stories where it's just like, wow, it's so out there, but yeah, that shit happened legitimately. People are fucking freaks sometimes.
And this is what I mean when I'm talking about the VR chat culture. I mean, it's good that you can express yourself.
Like, yeah, it's good, but dude, don't do it in public, dog. Like, if you're doing that shit, just go to private. Nobody wants to see you doing that shit. It's nasty.
And I don't mind seeing, like, when I see people like, oh, dude, they're hitting it off. They're having a fun, nice conversation. And if I see them pop off in the private, I'm just like, oh, okay, cool. They're gonna go do their thing. They hit it off. Good for them.
Don't make noises and shit in my ears, please.
Don't you like that nice ASMR session, Cloudy?
No.
Nice little.
Auditory issues, dummy, and plus it fucks me up a lot. I really want to.
Don't you like hearing? Don't you like hearing people just go?
No.
No.
Thunk,
Thunk.
If it was a meme, then sure, it'd be funny. But if you're doing a legitimate, no.
Yeah.
No,
Why?
don't do it. Stop.
Again, this is
The worst thing is to think about the probability that somebody actually possibly came in their pants near you, and you're like talking to them, and you're just like, ugh.
I'm trying to have a conversation. Like, the thing is, trying to have a conversation, normal conversation with people.
That's a thought I'm gonna have later when I'm talking with someone. I'll be like, yo, is this guy jizzing in his? Oh no!
Like, is he actually busting a nut?
He busting a fat one.
See, we can make a joke about that. That's funny. That's comedy. Don't actually fucking nuts.
Let me tell you about fit a nut. It's when you're in VR chat and
you're busted. Oh my god.
But yeah, this is the start of a trend.
Going on like that felt like I just went on a rant, but
that's cool. We're not. I mean, remember these are talking. Our topics are talking points.
I know, but it's just like
it's all good.
Don't fucking just common sense, people. Don't fucking public.
And this is one of the things why I'm not bashing Project Melody for what she does. That's actually smart.
Oh, hell no.
What's hilarious, the funny thing is she got spotlighted because the actual cam girl's like, who the fuck this VR bitch? And she basically just replied back.
And they actually got really low key mad about it and reacted in a bad way to enough people set attention to see it. And
yep. So that's smart.
I mean, others from what I've also seen have given her praise.
Yeah,
too.
Smart. The thing is, the only thing I'm just worried about is not her antics. I don't care because I'm not I don't watch it actually. Two, I'm just worried about what the implications are that others watching this will think of when it comes to VR.
Basically the effect. What's it gonna do to others?
What is it gonna do to VR culture, and what is it gonna do to people? The mindset of what people think of when you think, oh, I play VR, or I have a virtual avatar, or I do this and that. What are people gonna think? Is this actually going to be like the furry mentality where if someone doesn't, you don't even want to tell people that you're a furry if you actually are one because you know the look that you're going to get.
Because I mean, well, basically on that, that's because I mean, well, obviously that has had a lot of bad attention before. Obviously, makes sense.
And this is what I mean though. Like you're now
you're putting a
spotlight on this, but you're putting a spotlight by not like it's not like in a good light. It's just like in a light, and it just happens to be an adult themed light.
Yeah.
And so some people might take it too far, some people might not. Some people just might be interested in VR and come in and see it for what it is, which is really cool and everything. Some people might take it to like ERP levels or worse. And that's just gonna hurt the community as it is. And let's face it, the community is all like Wiz mentioned earlier. It's a cesspool. I'm not fucking sugarcoating it. No, there are good people in there.
Bullshit. No bullshitting. It's a very big cesspool.
You'll find good people.
You'll find the good people. You'll find those good people. Those good diamonds in the rough. Hayes in the needle stack or whatever the fuck.
You'll always find them. It's just that it's going to be hard to find. And you'll eventually... There's a reason why the friends you've made so far in VR chat, the ones you have that you cherish a lot, means so much to you. Because you kind of forgot the struggle you had to find them. A lot of us who now just stick around in Friends Plus or like private and don't go into publics or try to meet new people, it's because... You found the people already. You forgot the struggle. You forgot how hard it was to find some of these people.
I went to public like maybe even a day ago. Yeah, it was bad idea.
Going to Publix at night. That's your assignment.
Oh no, I did. I did too.
Your public assignment for all of you guys who watch the stream, who watch the podcast and play VR. Go to VR chat late at night. See what you find.
Late at night.
You'll find them. You'll find them peoples who wants on the ER. Want to go to a private room? You wanna?
He's fucking going in.
You want that Plap Blap?
No!
He brought it back.
They want the wasabi.
Oh, fuck you. We brought it back. But that's our topic for at least for that. Wiz, anything you want to add? Like any new because you actually I do like that you tied into the VR chat culture. I want to talk more later about this, about how streamers are trying to bring it to a good light or what's it called?
The thing is,
make VR great again. Make VR chat great again. And I'm just like, no, stop. You're a personality.
It's not the first time they've said that.
Yeah,
a lot of these people.
You're a personality. You're not. Don't even kid yourself. Some of you will call yourself an influencer. Yeah. Don't even. This is a game where the community rules. You are like a facet of it, but you're not actually like the driving force.
Yeah.
All right, boys. It's 8:15.
Yep, Cloudy.
Move on to Plap Blap.
Let's move on to Plap Blap.
Plap Blap, because after all, what's the one thing that is coming out of that mouth? Plap Blap.
He died trying to force that one.
He really did. He really.
That's the sweet sound of
death.
Plap Blap.
Plap Blap. I'm still wondering, what is that sound supposed to be?
It's literally, from my understanding, it just sounds like a car.
And my gun goes plap, 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 plap.
Like an exhaust going off, like going on and off, like throttle on and off.
I don't know. Liz is the one who titled it. I'm pretty sure that. I guess
I'm confused. That's why I'm confused. What the fuck?
She's probably laughing her ass off right now as we speak. She's like, hey.
It's okay.
I've been quiet the whole time. Shut up.
All right, fine.
Okay, fine. But anyways, yes, good old Plap Blap. God damn it. The history of racing games. Oh boy, man, came a long way. I'm not gonna bullshit it. It's come a long way.
All right. Tell me, because when I'm thinking of video game, video game history, when it comes to video game racing, what are we talking about? 2D racing? We're talking about.
I'm thinking classic 2D arcade racing to what it is now is just simulators.
Racing sims. Okay.
Yeah. Basically, the whole arcadey style of racing games has kind of. Well, it's no longer. It's not a thing anymore.
I miss those.
I'm speaking when I say arcadey kind of racing games. Most notable, Burnout. Burnout's one.
Oh,
Burnout's a big one. Burnout's a big one for obvious reasons. Other games, I mean, there's like Outrun. Outrun was an old 2D, 2D kind of like what's it called, racing kind of game. Need for Speed, way back before it became
I want Rush again.
Yeah.
Where's Rush? I want Rush.
Shit.
That shit was stupid. That shit was stupid and fun.
Fuck. I mean, even the rally racing games back then were arcadey. Now they're just full blown like.
Oh shit!
simulators.
My pizza. I wish I had pizza.
Goddamn. And like other like iconic arcadey kind of games like Initial D, obviously, because Initial D.
Well, I mean that's like a pen like arcade game more or less. Like I don't know about that one. Like it's still popular. Like it's still a game that you can play like right now in the arcade and stuff like that.
Still a racing game though. Still a racing.
Yeah. Like
rare to find those cabinets because
here it depends on where you are.
Like, it depends on where you live. Like I can go like right downtown where I live.
Oh, there's a couple. Yeah.
Okay, but the thing is, like they're talking about PC ports, and the biggest issue around that is the fact a lot of companies don't want to put it in because racing games are expensive. When you really break it down, well, it's because like the main thing is licensing nowadays because no one's gonna fucking. Cars. We want to fucking. I want to. All right. So of course this is not a fucking meme. My personal favorite car, and I'm gonna get hell for this. Whoever listens to the podcast or watches this right now, I've always wanted to fucking drive. I always love my Mazda Miata. Now, if I want to drive a Mazda Miata. That's a lot of fucking money that Mazda's getting for the rights that they're giving, licensing and things like that for a game to use. And on top of that, they're not gonna fucking. Oh, do you think I'm gonna drive a Dasma Piata or something? Whatever the hell.
Like the off-brand names that I usually see.
Name. Like know, like how like in sports games in the '90s they couldn't afford to get the players.
Some racing teams. I even remember some racing games actually like they had the car model right, like the legit model of it. Couldn't name it the actual name because of licensing.
Said it's a Dodge Challenger. Rename it the Podge Manager or
something off, something really off.
But it's similar enough, so it's okay.
Yeah, but back to the whole like I said, the reason why I want to talk about this history is mainly because, well, a lot of racing games now are they're all simulators. Basically, borderline just simulators. Nobody is giving a shot at the arcade style racing anymore. Like say if you like hit an opponent, they smack a wall or something, and then they go flying off. Some goofy shit. Goofy stuff. A lot of the funny physics, as I would call it. A lot of games don't do it anymore. They want to have the more realistic kind of ordeal now, and I guess I understand now why, because it's starting to
because people don't want the zany like physics breaking kind of thing. They want simulations.
They just want simulations now.
It stopped being a game. It starts being a simulation at this point.
It just starts being like it's like you're borderline near real life at this point.
The thing is, dude, I bet you a game that actually brings back the whole like crazy over the top kind of shit like Burnout. They're gonna sell great.
There's a couple that tried. Even the ex-creators tried to bring it back under a new name. Problem is they didn't have the funding.
Damn, what the fuck?
Well, it's because it was only a team of 3 from the ex-company of that iconic team, and I'm just like,
let's sigh again.
Like, please, I want to see this kind of ordeal come back. I want to see these kind of games come back. They were fun. To me, they were like one. I grew up with that kind of style of racing games, among Gran Turismo and Forza and everything in between. But
racing games have become a dying genre, dude.
It's basically that. Racing games are no longer. Well, they're seen as just
Make racing games great again.
Well, the problem with racing games is the big thing is like not just licensing, but like what is the expectations for modern video games? One of the biggest issues
that's another thing. People expect a lot.
Well, not even a lot. It depends. Okay, all right. Let's look at it because you want to talk about racing game history. I'm gonna have a familiarity because me being the big video game nut I am. I can tell you this. When I think of racing games, and I'm pretty sure what most people think of racing games, they think your Gran Turismos, your Need for Speeds, your Burnouts, your Mario Karts, your fucking basically the big names of the industry, Forza Horizon, Motorsports, whatever. We think of that. We think of games that have the money, the time for not just the branding and the licensing, but the gameplay that is similar to equivalent to a sim and arcade experience. You can get an arcade experience, but you have to play Forza Horizon.
Yeah.
You can get a simulator. We got billions of them out there, but you also gotta, get them in yourself and play them yourself. The racing genre isn't even remotely close to being dead. The arcade genre is just different because there's not a lot of people who want. There's people who want to do it, and there's games out there, but they're never gonna have the AAA polish. We're never gonna have another Daytona, like something like that. Like an arcade racer is relatively rare
now
because where it's designed for. When we think of arcadey driving games, they're made for the arcade.
And the reason why I say Burnout and everything is arcadey mainly is because playstyle of it. I mean, granted that I think like their last game was what, like before like they remastered the game, whatever the fuck, 2008. That's the last time we ever saw a Burnout game.
Yeah.
Last decade. Technically speaking.
Is there even any new racing game besides like what is it? Need for Speed coming out or
Need for Speed?
It's already been out.
I've been playing Need for Speed. I've been playing Need for Speed Heat myself. That's I guess the closest I can get. The closest I can get with customization and everything.
For racing games, they got.
No, and even then, the company that made Burnout, they're now working on Need for Speed.
Oh, well, shit.
So I'm just over here like, if they ever decide to make another Burnout game, it's probably gonna be on par to what Need for Speed Heat is. In that form, it's gonna have those kind of like graphics, everything, but with those mechanics put back in.
I see.
And then I mean, even then, I'm just like, I'm thinking if they ever announce a Burnout game, how well is it gonna sell? How well is it gonna do in this kind of day and age now?
Hey, does it have first-person shooter in it?
God.
To the poor racing game genre, they got the Plap Blap too soon.
And actually, there's a wait a minute.
Plap Blap Blap Blap.
Ah, wait. Recent future Need for projects and Burnout. Oh, so I looked up an article because I was like, okay, maybe what if I just search up like real quick? What if I search up like Burnout in 2020, right? Apparently, all Need for Speed projects are just being pushed to Criterion, the guys who made Burnout.
Oh,
just being pushed
so
to that
Criterion is now in charge of Need for Speed, and Burnout has now been phased out. Well, I can't really say that for sure, but it looks that way, at least from what the production team is doing.
I mean, a lot of people, I will say this as well as myself, I do want to remaster to Burnout 3. I really would love to see that. Especially in like the quality they have for Need for Speed Heat. Because, you know how like I remember I was shitting on Need for Speed Heat at first. Boy, was I fucking wrong. Believe it or not. Playing it myself. But yeah, it's just I'm really hoping. Well, it's a genre that I miss a lot. It's something that I grew up with the most. I mean, this is before I went into first person shooters, and obviously, but
well, you're in luck. We're in the era of the remakes, or the remasters. So
problem is though, it's EA.
Oh, never mind. You're fucked. Yeah.
It's EA. They're not gonna let them have it.
Yeah, you're right.
Because I mean, Burnout didn't probably sell that well. Paradise sold a lot.
That was a good one. I love Burnout Paradise.
Well, that's Paradise. That's Paradise. Paradise was their last like homage to the series.
Yep.
Really, and even then, looking on the map of that game, there's a lot of areas that EA fucked them over on. There would have been more DLCs, so to speak.
Now I got a question, since we're talking about the history of it. What's everyone's history? What's like your first racing games that you could still remember playing?
It would be
Mario
Gran
Kart.
Turismo 3.
I have to figure someone would say Mario
I
Kart.
mean, I'm with Wiz on that one. Gran Turismo 3. That's where I started.
Wait, damn.
And then I moved on to Burnout right away.
I think maybe Mario Kart. It's either Mario Kart or someone like gave me one of the old Road Rash games. Like I don't even know why. Oh right, that's why I remember. I remember liking it because I literally could just beat the shit out of people on a motorcycle with a chain, with like a with like a little chain. That's fun. And then I went to play Mario Kart where I got more aggressive because you could actually beat people with bananas and turtle shells, and that made me more violent than ever.
So you see,
why does that game make you so fucking? Well, never mind. I know why.
What, Mario Kart?
Yeah, that shit pisses people off.
Yeah, dude. Of course it would piss you off.
Break friendship.
Well, I mean, because power ups, dude. Power ups that
friendship smash.
Take over, positions and everything. Whatever the hell.
Yeah.
Also, let me tell you too. A lot of these old school like racing games too. Soundtracks.
Oh yeah, no, the soundtracks made those games. Honestly,
that's mainly the reason why a lot of people are remembering this heavily because soundtracks.
There's one. All I remember is during the era of like the Xbox One, where you could make your own playlist. You can upload your own music from your CD and stuff. I remember I just put up my playlist of music, saved it on the drive, and when I'm playing some racing games, I just play that playlist. And I think one of the recent games let you have this app where you could just download music, but it was like a temporary app, and then you actually had to buy it. I was like, oh man, that's a fucking drag. Because the playlist on that one game, I'm trying to remember what it was. I think it was one of the Horizon games. I just don't remember which one. But they introduced this weird little app that you could put in, let you play whatever music you want, make a playlist, but then after like a month, it was gone, and you had to pay for it. Still, certain like the really good racing games had amazing soundtracks.
Oh yeah, I just booted up Burnout 3 right now because of it.
Of course.
I mean, dude,
no, the soundtrack of Burnout,
old school rock, and everything. Like,
yep.
Like it's just it's something I can remember.
Now I want to go play some racing. Thanks, man. Although later, no, fuck you. I already have priority. Well, maybe I'll just play. I'll just play. I'll just race Warthogs. There we go. Warthogs racing.
I mean, Warthog racing. I don't know.
Cue up the Halo theme. Da, da, da. Da, 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 da. Da, da, da. You better edit this in. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. All right.
Here, hold on. I'm gonna
edit this in. I'm
gonna show my screen too, because why not? I don't care.
So, anything else you want to add though, in terms of like your current? Because this is more about your opinion about the racing game genre and what it's currently become.
Yeah. Well, that and just looking back, dude, it's just take a lot of the say if you were like a dev now, like anybody out there listening, anything. If you became a game dev and you wanted to do, racing games or whatever the hell, please take notes to some of the old stuff from the past. Because there's a reason why these games were made great. For a reason.
Make racing games great again. Make VR chat great again. Oh my god, they both actually. Wow, holy shit, they both actually can coincide with. Damn.
I mean, granted, somebody was making a Need for Speed Underground world.
Oh yeah, they did. Oh, remember there are some people who are making race worlds in VR chat. So the love is there.
Making a Burnout world, dude. I wanted to try
that. The love for racing games is there, man. People love them. It's just that no one wants to take. And like Wiz says, it's literally licensing issues that drive up the cost.
Oh yeah.
Again, don't edit that out. And then before Wiz says, "Who the fuck says I'm gonna edit anything?" And later, it's
like on cue. You ask him to put a symbol or something. That's what you're trying to do.
But now he's just gonna actually put the moan from that fucking video. Please don't actually.
Don't give me ideas. I'll give it to him. I'll give him the audio clip.
But anything else you want to add before we go on to?
That's really about it. I got nothing really else. Unless you guys want to add anything.
Sadly, my expertise in racing games is very minimal. Racing is not my genre. Like,
I mean, anything, dude. It don't matter to me.
Honestly, I tell you, if my bro would join me more, although I don't know if he would. He actually brought up the thing. He's like, "Yo, can I ever join you in some of the games and some of this shit?" I'm like, "Sure," but his forte is more like racing games.
Oh well, shit.
Yeah. Like honestly, he loves a lot of fucking racing games. Like, he still plays Forza. He still plays for Horizon.
I figured. I mean, because remember, Horizon's like popular because
Horizon's pretty much the latest recent release in terms of
that and among the car makes that are being put back in because of licensing and allowing, because Toyota was being stingy.
Oh yeah, forgot about that.
Yeah, they actually got literally mad at companies because of it. Oh, you're promoting street racing. It's bad.
No use
now
our
they're
car.
promoting your car.
Now that.
Yeah.
Moving on, let's go to Liz. Liz.
Oh.
Hold on. Let me go back to the fucking list again. Have you been adding more? Oh, there's Ploob, Ooble, Plap Blap. Ploob, Ooble, Plap Blap.
What does that even mean?
This is like, I need context.
Now, Liz has already committed quite a lot of atrocities, but here's her topic called committing atrocities. Namely, the naming of the stream.
Okay, so everyone's fucking heard about the coronavirus, but I really doubt that most of you even know what the fuck it is. Like, everyone thinks it's like, oh yeah, it's just a variant of the flu or something like that.
Didn't we talk about this?
I was gonna talk about what it is and the misinformation around it.
Liz is actually gonna go into depth on it.
Okay, so basically, coronaviruses, there isn't just one. Coronaviruses are a group of viruses that cause diseases in mammals and birds. In humans, coronaviruses cause respiratory tract infections that are typically mild, such as the common cold, though rarer forms such as SARS, MERS, and COVID-19 can be lethal. Symptoms also vary in other species, like chickens can get upper respiratory tract disease, but cows and pigs get like diarrhea. There aren't yet to be vaccines or antiviral drugs to prevent or treat human coronavirus infections. Now, the current outbreak is an infectious disease caused by severe acute respiratory syndrome coronavirus 2, or just SARS-CoV-2.
So it is SARS, god damn it.
It is a version of SARS. It's very closely related to SARS. Those affected may develop a fever, dry cough, fatigue, and shortness of breath. A sore throat, runny nose, or sneezing is less common. Cases can progress to pneumonia and multi-organ failure in the most vulnerable.
Great.
Now, other names for the coronavirus or COVID-19 is 2019 nCoV acute respiratory disease, novel coronavirus pneumonia, and Wuhan pneumonia. Now, in severe disease, there are high fever, coughing up blood, decreased white blood cells, and kidney failure. More rare symptoms are headache, nasal congestion, sore throat, coughing up sputum, shortness of breath, pain in muscles or joints, chills, nausea, and/or vomiting, and diarrhea.
Fantastic. Never set down the label of the beer.
Normal symptoms are just fever, cough, shortness of breath.
Okay.
And complications of the virus itself are usually from people who are older or more susceptible to it, like those who have had pneumonia recently, or those who possibly have asthma. They obviously should not have any sort of upper respiratory tract infection whatsoever, because they won't be able to breathe. Now, prevention most likely you're going to just get around with it. This is literally what it says on the fucking Wikipedia. Hand washing, cough etiquette, like coughing away from people or into your sleeve and shit. Avoiding close contact with 6 people.
Oh god, she coughed on us. Fuck you. That's not
No.
proper.
Okay,
That's not proper etiquette.
Treatment is symptomatic and supportive. And if you don't know what that means, symptomatic treatment is any medical therapy of a disease that only affects its symptoms, not its cause. It is primarily aimed at reducing the signs and symptoms for the comfort and well being of the patient. But it also may be useful in reducing organic consequences of these signs and symptoms in the disease.
Oh.
Most often, these types of virus, most often, the most, fuck, shit. What happens is that this particular treatment option is given to viral diseases like influenza or just the flu.
Oh, hey, Liz. I have a question for you.
What?
So, do they know? I'm pretty sure they know by now since they've been setting up. How is it transmitted? Is it airborne? Is it fluid?
It is viral and through contact through other people and those
through
infected
contact.
already.
Okay, so it's likely just not airborne. It's more just like
It is. You can get it virally, but like most of this shit is just like being transferred with the flu. Just don't be around sick people, and sick people should stay home. Some people are overblowing it. I saw a post earlier where this woman was flipping out because we didn't have proper safety procedures, and she called a whole bunch of people, including a CDC hotline for coronavirus or COVID-19. And she was just like, no one knew where to get testing from, no one knew what this, and this. And I work in a facility with people who are most likely to be affected by this disease if I were to spread it. And I'm just like, and someone said in a comment, like, just because you get a sniffle does not mean that you should flip out and think that you have an advanced stage of COVID-19. Like you're gonna be fine.
it's because
Just
the
stay
media.
home from work. Say that I particularly am a risk to these high risk people if they catch possibly what I have is COVID-19. She could just have the flu and be flipping out, but
It's because the media just overblows the severity, but not the actual cause or details of it.
it'd be funny to me if we find out that she doesn't exactly technically work there and that she's just like some sort of like.
Yeah.
But I don't give a damn.
You want to know what's worse? You know how the news has pinpointed that the origin is in Asia, that the origin of the virus originated from Asia. Some of the community who are very uneducated on this topic, they just suddenly think, oh, anything from China is now gonna have it, or anyone from China, even people who never have been to China or have any relationship to China, just because they originated from China, they think, oh, you have it, or you are a source of it, or you, yeah. There are tons of stories of people lashing out at people who have ties to it or originate from it, just acting out or basically mistreating them just because of this, just because their own fear, thinking that, oh, these people may have it.
Now you have to understand this has, like I always say, a lot of this type of discriminative behavior comes from evolution and just survival techniques in the first place. If you, as a human being, know the origin of some sort of virus or disease that could possibly be deadly to you, or is fearful to you, or may impede your capability to survive, you're going to attack and lash out at any sort of possible carrier of said disease. And that's just deep down your kind of shit inside. That's your instinct. And I cannot fault that portion of a human being. But using this as an excuse to be racist and to talk down to people and saying all this random shit, it's not good. And that's just us on top of that upon being civilized human beings, is to treat other people like we want to be treated. If the virus was found out to be originated from the UK, from white people, I'm sure most people would be like, "Oh shit, damn!" Like but there could also be the way the climate is right now, politically and like just racially. I'm sure there would be people who would do that. They would do the same thing, clap back, because white people are the origination of this thing, but they would be a lot less likely to do much about it, considering the population in the United States is mostly
Oh,
who
you,
descend from Western Europe.
you just reminded me more of the fear and more of the misconceptions. Like people, it's affecting people who order shit online because now certain places are like, no, we can't ship from there, or no, we can't ship grab stuff from there because there's a fear. It's
It is
there.
understandable, because you can come in contact with certain, like it will spread and
Mm,
can and will spread.
I
So
s-
it's less likely. It's like touching shit that people who are in the flu infected with. That's why it's really easily for people in the same household to get sick from the same thing, because they're all touching the same stuff. You're touching the
so
handle. You're touching the stuff. Like it's
one
it
thing
the
was, it's
what
funny though that it rose that the price. You know the little antibacterial kind of like lotion, or the clear little kind of liquid that you can put on your hands and you rub on it to
hand
disinfect
sanitizer?
hands.
How did you forget what the name of hand sanitizer is?
The point is, hand sanitizer prices have actually skyrocketed.
Well, the business
Yeah,
capitalism.
yeah. It's too bad that they're doing this when everyone could actually use it. It's not a
I mean, I don't mean capitalism. I mean,
what's it called?
no,
Supply
no,
and
no, no.
demand.
Corrupted. It's corruption. Yeah, it's just
It's
normal.
so
It's not
it's
a part of
honestly, yeah,
capitalism.
it's honestly
It's not a.
supply and demand. The problem is this is at a time where it's not like there's a fear based off of nothing. This is actually like, oh wait, just hand sanitizer actually would be effective here. That's how it goes. When everyone really wants something, or really the supply is high for, or the demand is high for something, you kind of got to jack up the price because one, you're gonna start running out anyway.
That's actually not necessarily the fault of them. It's usually just stock reasons as to why they're just
True.
like, oh shit, fuck, fuck.
True.
They don't expect this kind of stuff, and then they're just like, fuck, we don't have enough. Sorry, you're gonna have to pay a bit more.
True.
It's
Hence
just,
why I said supply and demand. But yeah,
it is just an economic thing. It's not something that's
it's just
capitalism. I'm
it's
just so
just
used to seeing.
it's
But
just funny though.
yeah, it's a joke. I don't actually mean it seriously. But
That
the
liquid
big
gel thing,
issue
that thing for your hands or whatever.
the biggest issue is misinformation about the disease. I just read off to you what it was, what the strain is, and the fact that I didn't even know coronavirus itself wasn't necessarily
We're all gonna
coronavirus. It wasn't.
die.
No. It is technically the name for a group of viruses that are all similar and a part of the same family. It's just that, and that's why a lot of people are confused about it. Have you ever seen the post going around where it says that like 38% of Americans think that corona, as in the beer, has something to do with the virus, and that they won't buy the corona beer now because of the virus? But
We're all gonna die.
there's misinformation on top of the misinformation, if you think about it. Listen, what did you think when I told you that 38% of Americans would not buy the corona beer now? I keep wanting to say coronavirus. Under no circumstance.
Gonna get me some Corona then.
Price is probably dropped.
Does that mean it's
But,
going to be on sale?
If it is, holy shit, right?
yeah, but
That's
what did you think?
advertisement everywhere.
What do you think about the American population about that? What would you think?
Hmm. What was the question again?
How do you feel that 38% of Americans would not buy Corona beer under any circumstances because of the coronavirus?
I'd laugh my ass off as I go buy some beer.
Hey, look, free beer.
Yeah, pretty much. Low price beer. Why not, right?
Low price beer that actually is good.
Fucking
All right.
morons.
Now, I'm gonna blow your shit. Like, I'm gonna blow. Shut up, Mom. I hate you. Okay, so what we're going to.
Don't cut that out.
So what happens is that as far as like Spark Echoes, when you bring up this is what I actually wanted you guys to say. As far as the population, we're doomed. Now I'm going to go into this. There's actually an in-depth tweet by Hank Green. I don't care who the fuck he is. I'm just saying that there's like I like and appreciate people like this who go in depth and think about this kind of stuff. So think about it. Where's this source coming from? Where are we getting the statistics for how Americans think? Here's the portion of the results of the survey. The 38% statistic, as well as among those who said that they usually drink Corona, they only 4% said that they would stop drinking, but 14% said they wouldn't order Corona in a public venue. 16% of beer drinking Americans were confused about whether Corona beer is related to the coronavirus. So here's what happens. Check your sources. This particular survey was done without, and it was done and was not included with a methodology. And if you don't know what a methodology is basically how they did the survey, how many people that they surveyed in the first place, like the circumstances that they did it, and the questions usually are considered in the methodology of it. You get to see the time and the period of time and like how long that the people were given to do the survey and such and such. So saying 38% of Americans would not buy Corona beer under any circumstances intentionally implies now that coronavirus is a thing, but that does not actually mean what it is. If you ask, would you buy Corona under any circumstances now, you get the same result as saying, would you buy Corona under any circumstances? And that's just people who dislike the beer in the first place. Give me a moment.
Okay.
My mom is screaming at me.
All right, go for it. Take your time. In the meantime, this program has been sponsored by Corona. I'm just kidding.
It's redacted.
Yeah, redacted.
Don't worry. I can like ruin this entire thing, but this actual advertisement somewhere in America, this one really makes you fucking think, doesn't it?
Oh, let's hear it.
Really fucking makes you think, doesn't it?
Yeah, whatever. But
This is a real
basically, they're
advertisement.
having
A public service announcement.
Oh, wait,
they're
let's see.
having you think in a certain way, and they're basically rewriting the result so that you make the conclusion on your own, which is not. This is what you do if you want to invoke some sort of bias on a person. So what happens is like, second thing, 4% of current Corona drinkers are going to stop drinking Corona, so maybe 4% of people are idiots, but we already knew that. We already knew that at least 4% of the American population is dumb. That's just normal in any sort of population.
Oh, Liz, speaking of dumb, look at this.
What?
Look at what Wiz posted.
I saw.
What the fuck do you think of that? Wait. Who's
It makes sense, because like, because you know what happens? You get people who freak out. You get people who don't want to be around these types of people who are wearing these face masks. They're just like, and plus they don't actually do anything.
True that.
All it does is like the only types of face masks. Shut your mouth. The only types of face masks that work are the ones that have filters. Paper masks do not work.
And most of the stores only sell paper.
Do not work.
Yeah, most of the stuff only sell the paper and cloth masks that don't help when it comes to anything airborne. The only reason they have those is mostly for the people for any fluid based infections.
They're just stylish.
Yeah, any fluid based infections like the cold, that's not an airborne disease. It's mostly liquid. That's why when you sneeze out in the air, that's why they tell you don't cough openly if you're sick like that, because that's how it spreads. Don't sneeze openly. That's how it spreads. That's why they have those masks. Because it'll catch most, if not all, the fluids. That's the idea, anyway. to help kind of to stem the whole growth of the infection or the growth of the virus, just to stop people from spreading it. I mean,
Okay,
when people
continue on.
go on.
16% of Americans are confused about whether the beer and the virus are related. That could be anything from did this beer give people a virus to I don't know the etymology of the word corona. It means nothing. It's a nothing question. It's basically just padding to make you think people look stupid. Now, what happens is that the first thing, your first reaction when you hear it is either, oh, damn, guess I'm going to buy more corona, or like you guys, or you're going to think, wow, damn, the entirety of our population is dumb. Like, look at this large portion of our population. Now, that's not good. You shouldn't think that way. Now, we shouldn't have our credible news sources because CNN posted this kind of shit on there, but no one likes CNN anyway. But you shouldn't have news sources who broadcast to a large portion of people spread blatant misinformation like this to a large portion of people, because then you get you get people who think, and they just instantly, without even checking any sort of the sources or the output of the actual article, and they form an assumption on this. And like, part of this is also not just the fear mongering part of the coronavirus, but there's the sheer amount of just continuing the spread of misinformation in the cycle. So, second, because uh, because it shows that we have a strong bias towards wanting to believe that other people are stupid. We want to believe other people are idiots, and that's a terrible bias. It is, because it's self-centered. As you, as a human being, you output your ego and you think of yourself as like this grand person, that you're smart and that like everyone else around you is stupid, and that just doesn't allow the connections that you need in society as well as relationship wise, because it just perpetuates this just, why should I care if other people have any other ideas because mine are the best. And that's not the mentality that we need right now, which is unfortunately what a lot of vocal people have. And you can apply this portion of people is stupid to groups you don't like or who have opinions besides this. So it could be just another issue along the political agenda and shit like that, and that's just not kosher. Because we should be trying to convene together and unify, and instead this is kind of just making us think, oh, well, what's the point? If this large portion group of people in the United States think stupid shit like this, well, what's the point of the country's just crash and burn? The human race should just crash and burn. So no one will ever see that the source was crap, and people will now just walk around believing that 38% of people really are that dumb, and that's harmful. Every news outlet covering this story should be ashamed, and their brands should be tarnished too. And that's what basically what the tweet said. And not only do I agree with that, because we should stop supporting these news brands that spread this sort of information around, and we should expect better from them because we get our news from them. We are in the know from what they say to us and what they tell us. And like, you shouldn't have to distrust the people who are telling you information, because when you do that, you distrust everyone who says anything of any sort of value to you. Your government, your mother, your dad, your brother, your employer, the people you learn from, your teachers, your instructors. If you can't trust like the broad portion of us, then how can you trust the people who are in depth and in your personal relationship in your life? So you need to understand that you will be fine. The coronavirus is not that bad. It's just an advanced form of the flu, practically. And just overall, if you are sick with it, stay home. Don't go to work. Don't go to school. Make sure that you get the proper amount of fluids, that you rest up, and that you take vitamins and things like that for the things you don't eat in your food. And if the symptoms advance, if you feel terrible, like absolutely among that, and it lasts longer than around a week or two, you need to go to the hospital, because that's when you need urgent care. And I know that's difficult considering how the American health system is, but would you rather be dead or in debt? It's to choose between one or the other. Malcolm, are you talking?
Am I?
Now you are.
I choose option C, and I choose a swift and painless death. Well, like I said, I'm probably gonna get my ass killed by Liz when I go and visit her over there with a couple of other friends. Swift and painless death. But
Malcolm, you make me want to practice eugenics.
as long as you practice something, right? But yeah. Actually, that was actually very insightful, Liz, and hopefully people take something out of it. I know I did.
Yep.
So, today we talked about, I guess we're gonna go ahead. Anyone else want to add anything? Any of your concerns? Any of your kind of things? Nope. All right. Anything about the previous topics? Otherwise, I'm gonna go ahead and recap what we talked about today. Oh, I guess not. So today we just went over, well, one thing, the rise of the virtual cam girls. In this specifically, we were talking about Project Melody and what her impact is having on people who can. I mean, it's actually very accessible to a lot of people, and a lot of people can actually become that kind of thing, a virtual cam girl. The rise of the VR cam girls are happening. Rise of VR personalities are happening. Hell, you're looking at one of them. But not a cam girl, not a cam anything. But shut up. Shut up. The point is, this is starting a trend. We're gonna see more of it, and I think it's actually gonna be a little bit of a trend.
You're so
it might
lucky
die.
that I forgot to draw you as a cam girl for this thumbnail.
You're tired. Go to sleep. But yeah, this is gonna be a trend. Eventually, it'll die off, but it's gonna be. For most of us, it's going to be a trend that we'll grow up and it'll be like, oh yeah, I forgot I did that cringy shit. I forgot I actually watched some virtual avatar pretend to like jack it or something like that.
You can touch real titties, dude. Real titties are where it's at.
Pretty much. And after that, we talked about.
Get a robot.
We even we even discussed the furthering decline of VR chats. Not VR chat the game. The VR chat game is great. We're talking about the culture, the community. The
cult.
The community is going straight to hell. Let's not sugarcoat it. No one wants to say it, and everyone keeps trying. Whenever you see the streamer community start doing stuff like make VR chat great again, or make VR chat wholesome, make anything like that, or VR chat is great, they know what's going on. They know that VR chat
they
is.
They don't want to lose their ad revenue.
It's getting in a negative light. No one wants to admit it, but it's true. After that, though, Cloudy brought us back to something normal with some gaming news about racing game history, including his. Well, basically, we got a glimpse of Cloudy's thoughts of the current genre of racing games, and well. Honestly, I wouldn't mind. Like, I'm not a big racing game fan, but I wouldn't mind some coming back. I mean, I wouldn't mind. Can we get some more besides just fucking Forza and Gran Turismo? Wait, is Gran Turismo even gonna have another game anymore? Did they even announce
the recent one they had, Gran Turismo Sport? Well, dude. I
Didn't
played
do
it.
so well?
It's not. It's not good. It's not fun.
I mean, written. Oh, and also
That's
the fact
how
that
I find all racing games.
just-
and the fact
Well,
that
no,
a
it
lot
doesn't
of
go
racing
back to
games.
its original. How
Yeah.
fun and goofy it was with physics. It was like physics
Yeah,
breaking
and
game.
that's one of the other things that you mentioned, that most of these games have stopped being physics breaking and just crazy lunacy, and instead been more racing simulators, which is nice, but at the same time, no. I mean, you're
Dude,
more.
I like breaking through half of the town. I told Cloudy to destroy the city.
Oh yeah,
it's more fun when you can
yeah,
just do that.
Yeah, Liz told me to go through literally a depiction of Miami and slam through everything.
Fuck Miami.
Damn,
I mean,
Liz.
she can't say that. She can't say that because she's there, near
Yo,
there.
fuck Miami.
Alright. And,
Goddamn highways.
and then after that, we wrapped it up with Liz giving us further details about the current scare of the coronavirus and why certain precautions we need to take.
People are just being winnies and they're trying to listen, I've got this whole conspiracy theory that a whole portion of the United States basically trying to make us
stay
fail.
home. Take care of yourself. Please wear your mask, the correct
sense.
mask and
Common
correct
sense.
fluids. Don't do anything stupid.
Wash your hands.
Fucking wash your hands. Come on.
That's
Stop being
actually,
stinky.
I can't deny
No,
that's
no.
actually one of the bigger things.
Well, yeah, like you'll be surprised. You'll be surprised.
Just wash your hands and just don't sneeze on people. Don't cough on people.
How do you think you get pink eye? Because you don't wash your hands and touch your face.
Mm-hmm.
Curious,
And
dude.
other than that, I think we're all wrapped up for today's stream. Anyone have anything you guys want to say? Or after this, you guys want to get some Corona Light?
Ploob, ooble.
Bloob,
Plap, blap.
ooble? Blap, blap.
So,
Wait.
Blip, blap.
Hold on, before we end this then, let me just go. Good night, everyone. I hope you guys had. Oh, right. Liz, this is your thing. Is there anyone you'd like to mention? Any new followers? Any new messages?
Any questions?
Any questions?
I guess not.
Okay.
No!
Oh.
Give me a second.
Oh, my apologies. I caught her off guard.
You didn't.
My
Just
apologies.
buying Plapables.
Right.
I guess I got her with plubable claws or cause. Plubable cause. No.
Plapple.
Someone please clap me and plap blap me.
Please use that.
Plap blap me. It's so hard to keep this straight. Yes, go on, Liz.
You
Liz.
won't let me open it.
Oh dear
Fuck.
Lord. Fuck.
Okay. Thank you, Skolin and 25 Costa for following.
Thank you so much, those of you who recently joined. If again, my name is Alcom, and I'm letting you guys come on, give off your little signaways, and if you guys want to mention whatever you do, you know the drill.
Yeah.
Smacks
Alcom
lips.
wants this.
All right, then let me do this. Smacks lips, hits table, opens up Chatterbait, drinks soda, looks up at Liz. That is Liz Kid Wiz. You can catch her on twitch.tv/LizKidWiz.
You know what happens? The first game I'm introduced, I stand up in an escape pod with a whole bunch of people. I weigh over 2,000 pounds. And you know what happened? I went thunk, thunk, thunk all the way in that damn thing, and damn, everyone dead.
And that is Liz Kid Wiz. You can catch her when she streams on Twitch under Liz Kid Wiz. And well, I think she can speak more. She can speak more for herself than I do. She'll probably kill me if I keep going.
My name is Liz. I rhymes with jizz. Fuck you.
There you go. That's what you can expect from her streams. Over on my. Fucking hell! I'm not expecting the weak look. No. Fucking hell,
I
Liz.
wasn't expecting you to laugh that hard either.
I'm sorry. I wasn't exactly. I'm like, that's what you expect from a stream. No. Okay. Over on my far right, top right, is my friend Cloudy. You can catch him on ZR Cloudy. Cloudy, do you have anything you want to say?
Wait, which one? Both of them are anime bitches. I can't tell.
Wow.
Who's who?
Wow. The top right, my top right, but everyone on
I am directionally challenged.
All right, everyone watching on stream, it'll be your top left. It'll be Lapland, the one that has Lapland from.
Yeah, what's up?
Arknight.
It's me.
I would think that Lapland was a fucking bunny, but I guess fucking not.
No. What the fuck you mean?
What do you mean no? Why are you angry?
No, wait.
Go back to your fucking anime ship waifus.
He means no.
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 I don't wanna.
But
normal people.
Cloudy, go on. Anything you want to add or say?
Yeah, I'm a goof.
That's
it.
What?
This is the moment. I love how this is the moment where you guys could talk about yourselves, any projects.
An idiot. I don't do anything special.
Any new projects, anything you're planning, anything you want to do.
I mean, I was doing a doodly-doo here.
He's doing a doodly.
I don't do art. I don't do that art. I don't do art.
All right.
Can you draw me as Master Chief?
And you can catch him on twitch.tv/ZRCloudy.
It'd be funny as fuck. Damon said if I was actually Master Chief, he'd be concerned for the safety of the planet.
Pretty much.
And the universe, really.
And
I decided I got lost, so I was just jumping around in the river.
Oh, dear fucking God. Now then, and wrapping it up, not last but not least, is over here my friend Wiz. Wiz.
I do things, man.
He does a lot of things. He just fucking. Things. Although, do you want to tell anyone about any projects that you're doing right now? Oh, for fuck's sake, really? And
no,
because I don't feel like I should say anything because a lot of the stuff you're doing is still in the works. Okay, okay. Did you have a good day?
No.
Is your name Wiz?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Was it?
Does it rhyme with jizz? No.
Did you have a fun stream?
Yeah,
Did you have a fun podcast?
Yeah, but it's just
I had a great podcast. I like the part where I had a realization where I'm just like, damn, everyone's a fucking degenerate.
Yeah, look, I actually posted this shit about it on Twitter right now.
God's dead.
I'm sorry, dude. Everyone's horny on Maine.
Dude,
no one wants to deny it, or no one wants to admit it. Fuck off with all of them. Everyone, make VR chat great again. That's a meme. That's a joke. Everyone has to just admit people need to stop being horny on Maine. Blah. Anyways.
Horn on the mains.
My name is Alchem. I Twitch sometimes and I play games. In fact, probably in like maybe 30 minutes from now, I'm probably going to just be playing Halo Combat Evolved with some friends. So you can catch me then. Oh yeah, by the way, easier thing, if you scroll down on the page, if you're watching us on the Twitch. If you're watching us on Twitch, you can scroll down. You can actually see links to all of our things. See our YouTube channel where we post the podcast. You can even email us. The link to the actual email is there. So if you want to ask us any questions, anything related to the podcast, to the topics, to any previous podcast, or fuck it, if you just want to just ask us random ass questions to see if we'll answer or see if we give you our honest opinion or answer, feel free to.
We're gonna give you
And Liz will actually comment on how dumb it is. So
I'm not that mean.
Fine, you're not that. You're not actually. You're actually a sweetheart. She's gonna kill me. She's gonna kill me for that one. Anyways, guys, my name is Ploob. Over there was Oobl. That was Plap, and that's Blap. Thank you for joining us.
Sorry for joining
Blap,
Blap.
Let him slap. Blap, blap.
Thanks so much for joining us, and we'll see you on the next podcast. Everyone have a good night.
Everything is suffering.
By the way, guys, cream corn, right?
Oh, for fuck's
Cream corn!
Cream?
Oh, yeah.
Come on, everybody's on a birthday, come on!
Let's go.